So, you think you know how to play Stardew Valley? Yeah, you're probably right. Gotta remember, the game is what you make of it. Gandhi. Probably. Or maybe Jesus, I don't really know. But really though, while I'm making my character, I'll explain what's going on. So, Stardew Valley is a sandbox game, meaning you can do basically whatever you want. There's some guidelines, but for the most part, it's all up to you. Well, one of the things in the game is the Collections tab, showing almost every item that you can tame in somewhat of an order of progression. And the only thing that I challenge myself to do is to get each of these items in their order. So, let's jump right in. So my first day on the forest farm, I need to find the 4-spring forage, starting with the horseradish. I'm going to put this handy little graphic in the bottom left so you can tell exactly what item I need next. And so while I'm editing, I know exactly where I am in this 500 gigabyte recording. To keep myself from picking up things like fiber, I fill my inventory with furniture and the 15 free parsnip seeds. Then I start looking for the spring forage. I find a horseradish pretty quick on the farm. Then I spend a little while looking for a daffodil and eventually find 2 over by the museum. Then I spend a little bit more time cleaning up the farm, and then I sleep the night away. Then on day 2, I wake up and I see a leeks right over on the left side of the screen, so I quickly water my parsnips and go and get it. And then I go back to where the dandelions I saw the day before and pick them up. At this point, I have to wait until the mines open because after parsnip is the cave carrot. While I'm waiting, I do 3 different things: forage, farm, and do any of my quests. All to get a little bit extra money I can use to crash the parsnip market. Why? So, I know that I'm going to need to get to the desert because coconut and cactus are right at the front next to cave carrot for some reason. Because I can't plant anything better than parsnips, they're going to be our only option to get this money. Spring seeds are also an option, I guess, but I'd have to sacrifice something else in my inventory to hold all the forage because I have to store everything in my inventory because I can't make chests because wood is on the second page. Back on the grind, the mines have just opened up. It's also the first day with the traveling cart. I harvest my parsnips and then I go see the cart. If I see coconut in here, I will gun it to the mines and do literally nothing else till I get that. Yep. Here's cave carrot. There's coconut, okay. I don't have 700 gold. I get a cave carrot pretty easily from the mines, but all I need to do now is sell enough stuff to get the 700 gold for the coconut. It doesn't take a lot, just most of the forage in my inventory. Getting the coconut is good, but basically worthless in the long run, because cactus fruit is next on the list, meaning still I need to get 40,000 gold to get on the bus. Another thing that I need to keep in mind is I eventually need to get a void egg. The easy way to do this is wait for a witch to come and curse a coop, where one just spawns on the floor, but I can't build a coop because I can't get any wood. Because of this, I have to take the long road and give 60 things to the museum, get the sewer key, and then buy one from Krobus, all while holding a max of 36 items. This is the number one reason why I'm going mining during this time, because I need to get a bunch of geodes to get the minerals and artifacts for the museum. But from basically the time right after getting the coconut, I'm going to spend my time growing parsnips. Because I can't get much food other than the forage rolls, I can't plant all the seeds at once because I'll run out of energy watering them all. After I do the watering though, I do one of 4 things: foraging, fishing, mining, or nothing. This cycle continues for the next few weeks, making sure I check the cart each time it's here to see if I can get the cactus fruit. Cool. Fortune jello. There's my cat. What a good name. I like little guy. I didn't know it did that. Then comes the day of Sunday, the 21st of spring. I do my parsnips as usual, and then I wander back down to the cart like I did the past Friday. Checking traveling cart. I was like, what am I doing? Traveling cart. See if I get a cactus. I doubt I do, but let's see. It's time to check. There it is! Holy shit! Holy shit, I got it. Okay, it's fine. I'll come back for it later. As of now, I want to dump some of my inventory out. Now that I just got the cactus fruit, I can move on to the next item. The banana. In all seriousness though, the banana is a weird case where it is completely unobtainable within the rules of this challenge. Why? So to get a banana, you have to go and get a banana tree on Ginger Island. Bananas are unattainable on the mainland, even through the traveling cart. And to get to Ginger Island, you either have to complete the community center or the Joja development farm, which is possible, just very time consuming to get the required money for it. The roadblock comes after this though, at Willie's shop. The boat in the back is broken. I need hardwood, battery packs, and iridium bars to fix it. No amount of money can get past this roadblock, and this is where we get stuck. So for right now, I'm just going to skip over it, and then when I get to Ginger Island, I'll do that first thing. After the banana comes sap, so after I buy the cactus fruit from the traveling cart, I go and just cut down this first tree I see at my farm, and then I just pick up the sap really easily. Goated! The goat of all time. After this, I realized the next item I need is also in the traveling cart, which is the large white egg. The only thing I need to do yet before I wrap up this day is to go down to the traveling cart and buy the egg. So that's what I go do. Simple as that. Wish I was special. You're so fucking special. But I'm a creep. We all live in a yellow submarine. Yellow submarine. Yellow submarine. I'll live in a yellow submarine. Dig up diamonds, craft those diamonds, make some armor, get it baby, go and forge it like you so. MLG pro, the sword's made of diamonds, so come at me bro, Trade in your room under the torch, right on that form, get you ready for the big fight. Every single day and the whole night, creepers out prowling, alright. Look at me, look at you, take my revenge, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm a warrior baby, what else is new? And my blade's gonna tear right through you, bring it, ain't nothing gonna break my stride. I'm gonna slow me down, oh no. To keep on moving, ain't nothing gonna break my stride. I'm running and I won't touch ground, oh no, I got to keep on moving. Today I'm hibernating my bed for 6 months waiting to get an item I really don't want. That item is the egg, and in fact the next 3 items all on our list are also eggs, and they can only be gotten in one way, the traveling cart. The usual way to get an egg is to make a coop and get each colored chicken, but I can't really build a coop because I can't get wood or stone. This leaves me with technically 2 options, but one is way more possible than the other one. The first and more reliable method is to get eggs from the traveling cart. I already did this once with a large white egg, but it shouldn't be that hard to get the rest based on how many times I saw them when I was getting the cactus fruit. The other extremely less reliable method only works with the regular white egg. In winter, there's an event called the Feast of the Winter Star, where gifts are given to you by a random villager, and if this random villager is Marnie, she gives you 12 eggs, but the chance to get Marnie is only 1 in 28, so it's not exactly the fastest or smartest way to get the eggs. While I'm waiting for the cart, I do a few different things: farming, fishing, mining, foraging, and dumpster diving. Whoa, I still need to get 60 items for the museum so I can eventually get a void egg, so I'm hoping to find some gems from the mines and artifacts from treasure chests while I'm fishing. Okay. That sure is In the back of my mind, I still know I need to get 40,000 gold to go to the desert. You might be asking why, because I just got the 2 desert forge from the cart last time, but there is a good reason for this. There's an item that's coming up that is available in the traveling cart, but is a way better way to get it in the desert. And this item is regular milk. It seems like a weird item to get in the desert, but trust me, there is a good path. All you have to do is talk to Sandy. Every once in a while, she'll say that you look thirsty and she'll give you 1 regular milk. Getting the bus is another problem. I can either do the Joja path or go with the community center path. With the Joja, I don't need to do any bundles from other rooms to unlock the vault, but the rewards from the vault bundles can be very valuable, especially the lightning rod and the crystallarium. Because of these rewards, I picked the community center. To unlock the vault room though, I need to do 4 different bundles. Almost every bundle in the crafts room, pantry, bulletin board, and boiler room are all off limits except for a few, but I can use the fish tank as much as I want. But I want to skip time and not have to wait for a different season to go fishing. I already have the spring forage bundle done, so all I need to decide is which other 3 more I have to do. One of the really easy ones I have to do is the ocean fish bundle, so I only have to go fishing in the summer to get all those fish. And then the next one is the boiler room. In my progress between the traveling carts, I've been going down pretty deep in the mines and I've gotten to floor like 50-ish, So I can pretty easily get the quartz, earth crystal, and frozen tear, and all I need to do is pull a magma geode out of a fishing test and just get the magma quartz that way, and that's exactly what I do. The last bundle is also in the fish tank, but it's going to be hard. The lake fishing bundle is really easy except for getting a sturgeon. I don't want to spend money on getting a new fishing rod, so I'll have to catch it with only a bamboo pole and only fishing level 6. This is going to be hard. Me when I perfect the sturgeon. Excusez-moi. After paying for the bus, I just need to get the other 3 eggs to open up to milk. The traveling cart only comes on Fridays and Sundays, so I just skip past the weeks until it's here, skipping past other rare items I'll need eventually. Chipped amphora? No. I forget what it is. Rusty spoon. Chipped amphora, I was right! No way! I only stopped for a few events. The Stardew Valley Fair, Spirit's Eve, the Night Market, and the Feast of the Winter Star. I stopped at the fair to get my first Scarecrow and a Star Drop, both of which are not required but very helpful. But this is Dinosaur Egg right here. Spirit's Eve is just an excuse to get 2,500 gold, but I accidentally soft-locked myself until the event starts. But I can't move. I literally can't move. I have trapped myself. I literally cannot move. The night market is the only time the traveling cart is here out of schedule, so it's worth it to stop by and see what it have, even if it is completely useless to me. That is actual. How does he do it? Actually, how does he do it? Year 1, 2 garbage heads. The Feast of the Winter Star is just for that small chance of eggs, which I don't get, of course. After a whole year, I finally can get my white egg. Brown egg doesn't take very long either, but large brown egg takes until the very last day of the second night market. Now I can finally use my bus to go to the desert and start making attempts at milk. It doesn't take long till I get the milk dialogue. Not if there's no worms. Oh. Thank you. No. Oh. I can't have a full inventory for that? No way. It only takes one more week after this mistake to get another milk though, and then it comes back to the cart for waiting for large milk. It was kinda slow, but I got it in time to farm all the spring crops before the end of the season. No, that's a chub. Yeah, yep, that was water actually. After spring, I need to get the melon and tomato before I need a morel. I need each of these two to then sleep back to spring because morels only spawn in the spring. Something I wish I knew sooner. No way. There's... That's awesome. After sleeping until spring again, I can get a morel by using a chair to jump into the secret woods early. Now I can go back to sleeping until I can replant all of my summer crops. At this point my farm is a complete mess and there's not even a path to leave the farm to the top. So while I plant my 8 summer crops, I also spend some time cleaning up the farm. Jojo Cola. God damn. God damn. I'll give you my super cucumber. I can't put that in the video. I know that the mushroom trees will be a good amount of money when I can cut them down, but for now I'm just gonna let them grow. After getting the crops, I decided to do the summer crops bundle to get a quality sprinkler because one sprinkler in this challenge is incredibly valuable. I need to go to the mines, kill 6 green slimes, keep hitting you with these rhymes. We're not even in the same times. You look like a fucking mime. Penis. Next up is unmilled rice, but I'm gonna go on a little side quest for now. It's currently full and I'll soon need to finish the community center for another item later. I can't really do the community center though because I need all of these random items that I can't get right now. So I'm gonna take the Joja path. Money really isn't an issue while I'm skipping time because I'm farming diamonds, and eventually I'll have another plan to get money. Before I buy the membership though, I'm gonna save some of the little money I have right now. Rather than buying panning, I can do the entirety of the fish tank with no issues. It only takes the first few days of fall to finish it, and then after my membership I already have the bus and panning, so I just buy the greenhouse. This could be it. I doubt it. It feels like a tuna rather. What the? No shot, that just happened. What the heck? I sleep past winter and get to spring so I can actually start getting somewhere. At some point I donated 60 things to the museum and got access to Krobus, so I used this to buy 2 iridium sprinklers to go with already my 1 quality sprinkler. I buy 56 cauliflower and put this in the greenhouse and farm it until spring ends, also somewhere getting my rice. I then do the same with melons, red cabbage in summer, and pumpkins in fall, until I realize I should just be doing starfruit all year. Also at some point I get to the bottom of the mines, which will come in handy later. I'm actually just the greatest. Somehow. When I get back to skipping time, I start farming dust rights to get the burglar's ring for some more items later. Oh, speaking of nothing, I said it like 15 minutes ago. Soon fall comes around again and I can start getting fall crops and the chanterelle. I go to this desert to buy 2 things, the starfruit from earlier and a beet seed. Right now the ordering of the collection has holly in between cranberries and beet, and I don't want to cycle from winter all the way back to fall, so I'm going to use the garden pot that Evelyn gave me when I completed the greenhouse to grow a beet in my house. I also get amaranth seeds to do the same thing after spring. When winter comes, I find some holly in the forest and use the farm cave to get a salmon berry, but I skipped over another item, the ostrich egg. You can only get it on Ginger Island, and it's also not available in the traveling cart, so I'm going to skip it and do it after the banana on Ginger Island. Farming the amaranth in the garden pot doesn't take long, so I replace it with hops when it's done. Now I need to wait for pale ale to come in the cart. After I get it, I harvest my hops and go to the sewer to buy the void egg from Krobus. Now I have to wait for the cart again to get mayonnaise and duck mayonnaise. Regular mayonnaise takes some time to find, only coming in the night market cart. Duck mayonnaise is another story though. To put in perspective how long I waited, I didn't sell any of my diamonds from the crystallarium, each taking 5 days to grow. From the time it took to go from mayonnaise to duck mayonnaise, I had 56 diamonds, which is at least 280 days or 2.5 years. Totem pole. That's gnarly. I should just be focusing on the challenge, so if I'm just like down $2,000 at some point, I'll tell you exactly where it went. Trust me, this is worth. This is a good item. At this point I have 500,000 gold, so I've already finished the Joja development plan. After this there's a quest line to go to the witch's swamp to get magic ink. To do this, you have to give void mayonnaise to the henchman, which also happens to be our next item. The easiest and maybe only way for me to get void mayonnaise in this challenge is to go fishing in the witch's spawn, which you can be caught at a 25% chance. After void mayonnaise is clay, so I hit the ground a lot until I get one, and then it's on to the metal bars. I can't smelt any ore yet, so I'm left with one option: enemy loot. Shadowbirds drop a copper bar at a 4% chance, and an iron bar at 2%, a gold at 1%, and iridium at 0.2%. I can use the shadow people to get the first 3, made a lot easier by the burglar's ring. After the 3 bars I move to Skull Cavern, where purple slimes have a much higher chance to drop iridium bars, a 0.9% chance. After I get the bar I still need refined quartz, which is also found in the Skull Cavern, albeit easier than the iridium bar. Why is one so much more opaque than the other? No way! I was not that low. Okay, let's see the damage. If I swear to God, if I see... Oops. Honey is up next, which is another item I can get from Sandy, where she sells it on Fridays. After that's jelly and pickles, both of which I can get from the cart. There's a really easy way for me to get each, but I already closed that path by buying a Joja membership. What I should have done was waited one more year and do the quality crops bundle to get a preserves jar, but now I have to wait and pray to the Stardew Valley gods that I don't have to wait 2 years in the cart. Pickles only took 2 months. Jelly took another 2.5 years. Skill issue, I guess. Oh shit. Beer I simply buy from the saloon, and then next is wine, which I can get in one of 2 ways, from the cart or from the Feast of the Winter Star. After visiting every traveling cart and every Feast of the Winter Star, I got one in 2 years and a month. Skill issue again. Juice is after, taking 1.5 years. Even if I had to wait this long, I'm almost halfway through the items and things are about to get better. Oh shit! What the? Huh? Wow. Clam is up next, which is really easy to pick up from the beach. While I was waiting for the cart, I grew a poppy in the garden pot, so I can finally harvest it after almost 9 years. Next is all the ores, which were pretty simple. Up next are probably the most important items of the entire challenge: wood and stone. This has been a long time coming, and it's gonna be this right here. This is a turning point right here. Everything gets better right now because you don't have to pray to the carts anymore. Thank God. The first things on my list are to upgrade my tools and make enough money to not worry about it anymore. Upgrading tools is pretty simple. Just spend a few days in the mines and become loaded on copper, iron, and gold ore. Iridium was a little harder, but not terrible to farm. Soon enough, I was running around with iridium pick and axe, which I used to finally clear up my farm a bit. I leave all the mushroom trees to cut down because in the back of my mind, I know that it's going to be worth a lot of money later. My other part of my plan was to make a boatload of money, which all starts from the wood I got from clearing my farm. My plan is to make 116 preserve jars to make and sell starfruit jelly. Normally I would make wine, but I need oak resin to make kegs, which I can't get for a long time. I already have the wood I need, I just need to grow some more starfruit to get the money to buy the coal and stone. After buying and crafting all the jars, I put them in the tunnel and start growing starfruit to make my jelly. While I'm doing this, I run down to the beach and grab the next item, the nautilus shell. I sleep until winter to pick one up and get a piece of coral while I'm there. Then I sleep till summer again to get a rainbow shell. The next few items are just me sleeping from season to season to get random forage. I get a spice berry from the bus stop, a sea urchin from the beach, and a grape also from the bus stop. Why does it automatically go to place bomb? Now I sleep till spring again for a spring onion. After I get a few million gold from the starfruit jelly, I use the greenhouse for a sunflower and the 2 sweet gemberries, while also having a strawberry planted in my house. I sleep to summer to get a sweet pea, sleep to fall to get all the fall forage, and sleep to winter to get all the winter forage. And I get a red mushroom from the mushroom forest of a farm that I have. I sleep to spring to chop down all the mushrooms because the stumps only give me 1 mushroom, while the full trees give me 6 in total. After it's all chopped down, I get about 300 grand from all the shrooms, plus getting a purple mushroom. Okay. Didn't expect that. Now I have to get the 2 cheeses. Normally we put milk into a cheese press, but I can't make a cheese press because that requires hardwood. But I have a solution. The desert trader trades an emerald for a piece of cheese on Fridays, so I spend a little time to get one. Then I wait for the cart to get goat cheese, which comes around eventually. Cloth is pretty simple. All I have to do is kill a few mummies in the skull cavern. Truffle is also really easy because I've had a pig in my barn for a while, ready for this exact moment. Then is truffle oil. And here's where things get a little bit weird and very much better. As of right now, there are 4 items that I'm required to get in the traveling cart: truffle oil, caviar, mead, and green tea. Based on how my traveling cart look has been for the previous parts of the challenge, I decided to use a workaround. I use the item ID glitch to spawn in one of each of these items just so I don't have to wait around for the cart. The way I get each of these items is simple. I find the highest price they sell for in the traveling cart and buy something about equal, then throw that away. Basically buying it from the cart with no waiting required. I feel like it's more entertaining to watch actual progression in the challenge rather than spend another 9 years waiting for things to come in the traveling cart. After I buy $6,000 worth of heaters, I throw them away and get myself the truffle oil. Coffee bean is next, where I use the burglar's ring to kill a bunch of dust sprites till I get one. The next 5 items, goat milk, large goat milk, wool, duck egg, and duck feather, I have been sitting in the auto grabbers in my coop and barn. Also at some point I hatch my dino egg for dino mayonnaise later. I buy the caviar from the cart and grab a rabbit's foot from the auto grabber. Aged roe is another weird case where it's also impossible to get, even from the cart. It seems weird you can't get it from the cart, but oh well, I'll wait till I can get regular roe. At some point I planted ancient fruit in the greenhouse, so I harvest that for the next item, then get meat out of the cart again. Next is the other 4 flowers, which I just planted in my greenhouse because I had the foresight to buy the seeds in their seasons. Then is the tree fruit, with green tea in the middle for some reason. I get apples from the tree and greenhouse that I planted a while ago, bought the green tea, and then pulled the rest of the fruits off the cave floor. Bug meat is next, which takes a quick trip to the mines, and then I go to my secret project, the railroad wood farm. Since hardwood is next, I chop down all the mahogany trees I have up there, which gives me enough wood to repair the Ginger Island boat. I already have enough iridium for the boat from some failed attempts to get to floor 100 in the Skull Cavern, so all I need to do is get the battery packs, which are coming up soon. I make tappers for each one of the trees and sleep until they produce their respective saps and sell them all. Slime, bat wings, and solar and void essences are pretty quick, and fibers are really simple. And then I need to get 6 battery packs, 1 to sell and 5 for the boat. I only want to have to wait for 1 thunderstorm, so I farm a few bat wings and buy the rest from Krobix to make 5 lightning rods, plus the one I got from doing the vault bundle over 20 years ago. After sleeping for a storm, I'm on Ginger Island. Now that I'm on Ginger Island, I can revisit some old friends, the banana and the ostrich egg. I can get a banana tree for 5 dragon teeth, which somehow aren't in the collections page. Also, side note while I'm writing the script, I found out that dragon teeth, the purple thing you get from the Ginger Island mines, are considered orange dye for some reason, which makes 0 sense compared to anything else I've seen in this challenge. Before I farm the teeth though, I have to get some golden walnuts to unlock the trader, among some other things I need to do with them. I eventually need to get 100 total to get to the Key's walnut room, but I'll deal with that later. I get all the easy walnuts from bushes and do some Simon Says by recording all of the answers on my phone. Soon enough I have enough walnuts for the house, trader, and quarry, so I get to working on the teeth. I kill some of the dragon fellows and get the 20% chance for a double forge on 1 tooth I find on the floor. I buy the banana tree and then work out how I'm supposed to get an ostrich egg. Oh, first one, okay, cool. So I'm missing head? So usually you get an ostrich egg by finding the journal scraps and following the map on journal scrap 10. The problem is you can only find the journal scraps in order, so I have to get numbers 1 through 9 first. And the more scraps you get, the harder they are to find. Around journal scrap 8 though, I stopped regularly finding them, so I decided to try sleeping a lot and then destroying the weeds that grew, which is also when I waited for the banana tree to grow. I even set up a giant cauliflower crop farm to try and get scraps from that way, but nothing worked, so I tried to find the egg in a different way. In the volcano, there's chests that spawn pseudo-randomly with 2 different rarities, common and rare. In the rare chest, there's a 1 in 9 chance for an ostrich egg, and because floor 9 usually generates a rare chest, I speedrun the volcano dungeons for a few days, and after 4 days and 2 phoenix rings and a dragon tooth shiv, I got the egg, which is the only good luck I've gotten since coconut and cactus fruit in the very beginning. I can now resume where I was from before I had to get the banana, which is now dinosaur mayonnaise. Before I left first on Ginger Island, I set up a mayonnaise machine and put an egg in it so I wouldn't have to wait for it later. After that is regular roe, so I used my eel pond to easily get one. I didn't really say why I built an eel pond, but it didn't really do anything to give me roe, so there's no point in explaining myself. I used the preserve jar next to my bed to get the aged roe from earlier, and then I need to get squid ink. I reset one of the mine stores for a while to spawn the squid kids, and I get one pretty easily. After I got the strawberry from a while ago, I planted a tea sapling I bought from the cart into my flower pot, so tea leaves are just sitting there waiting for me. Found it. +5. The final 9 items are all on Ginger Island, so I abandon my wife and kids and leave on the island for a month. Ginger is really simple, I just pick one up in the bone quarry. I already had taro root and pineapple growing from when I made the giant crop farm, so they're both really simple. Another thing I did while looking for secret notes was farm the mussel rocks. I needed 75 mussels to get a mango tree, so I just mined them every day for a while till I bought one. By the time I needed a mango, it was already fully grown. Cinder Charm and Magma Cap are really simple to get from the volcano, and I just mined a glowing rock and found a mushroom on the ground. Bone Fragment was simple too, which I got from mining a bone in the bone quarry. All that's left in this challenge is the radioactive ore end bar, which I can only be obtained from the difficult mines or the difficult skull cavern. Both of these are only found from the challenges in Key's Walnut Room, so every Monday I check the quest until I eventually get the skull cavern invasion. I eat my hard-earned magic rock candy and drop into a million mummies and 1 radioactive note. I continue to reset the floor until I get 6 total ore, which one I sell and the other one I set to smelt overnight. In the morning, the bar is done, which marks the completion of this challenge. That's it. 24 years to fill this whole thing almost entirely in order, despite like 3 things. I'm gonna be completely honest, this challenge sucked and I will never do this again unless I'm changing the traveling cart rule. I feel like I learned a lot about how this game works though, but all in all, there's one thing that I do know, and that is that I am currently in the shape of West Germany. Thank you for watching.